Mary Makes Studio. Today I have another journal for you. This one is an A5 size, which is the outside measure. The papers inside are A5. The outside measurement is 6 1/4 by 8 3/4, and it has a 1 3/4 or 1 1/4 inch spine. It does fit A5 Traveler's Notebook refills, and it has a Traveler's Notebook binding, which simply means that this is elastic, and if you don't want the pages, if you want to work on the pages, you can easily pull them out of the signature to work on, and then you just slide them right back under the elastic. I love this binding because of the versatility it offers. On this journal, I did include a tassel made with all kinds of fabrics, fibers. I've got buttons on here that you can see. I've got some glass beads and some wooden beads. There's another button. And I've got a little, to me, it looks like an old locker number or something like that, but it says serial number. So I'm not sure what it was used on. It is brass. I can tell you that. This is a vintage placemat that I found, and it was just the perfect size to go across the entire album. I actually even had to cut a little bit of it off to make it fit correctly. But I glued it on some muslin so it is securely attached. And I just thought it was a really interesting pattern, and it plays off of the natural muslin really well. This has 3 signatures. There is room for a 4th signature if you choose. It currently has 84 pages. I have used wallpaper, book pages, embossed cardstock, stationery. I've included printables by Dear Julie Julie on Etsy and on Facebook, or not Facebook, Etsy and YouTube, and she also has a Patreon page. I also included coffee dyed papers that I made myself and some grid paper that is coffee dyed. I did not make the grid paper. I did not coffee the dye the grid paper. I bought that. But inside we have just all manner of little things that I found in my stash. This is from a printable that I got from Spectrum Art Creations, which is my favorite craft store. I have used some kind of a gold pen to go, actually, yeah, I think it is a gold pen, to go around and give it a little bit of shine and sparkle. This is an envelope that I took and just designed, put little butterflies and things on it and some washi tape, stenciling. And then on the back, I took some die cuts, and I actually cut this one in half so that when you open it, the other half is there, but it fits perfectly when you close it. And then that's a sticker, and that fits right in there. I left this empty so that you can fill it with your treasures. This is some stationery that I got online, and I thought the rose was beautiful. This, if you've seen some of my other journals, you'll start to recognize this paper. It's from a vintage spelling book from kids, which is kind of obvious when you look at the words that they're working on. I absolutely adore the way that the cursive was done, that font. I just think it's beautiful, and try as I might, my handwriting does not look anything like that. I left this flap loose so that if you want to, you can put glue across here and glue it down, and you would make your own pocket. You can leave it as a flap, decorate it. You can make a list on it, take it off and take it shopping with you, whatever you want to do. Then this is a printable that I got from somewhere, and I cannot remember where. But it's got the British Isles and Spain and Africa. This is more of the stationery that I picked up. And I loved it because it was wide enough for me to slip the entire page in after I folded it in half, so that you would have that entire page and it wouldn't have to be glued together or something to make it long enough. Let me see. Yeah. There we go. This is embossed paper from, I think the company name was Apple Blossom. I got it from Crafter's Companion years ago. They do not make it anymore because I have looked for it online and cannot find it anywhere. This is another embossed paper, and I think this might be a Lisa Horton embossing folder. I am not entirely sure. But then it's got these little die cuts and have a little sparkle wherever you go because they have glitter on them. This is a decoupage napkin. And on this side is paper from a collection that I can't remember the name of. Sorry. This is paper that I got through a swap with someone. And I just think it's darling, the way that it's got that border design on it. And I've left it blank so that you can do any journaling. You can put pictures on here. You can do anything you want to with these. There's some more of the paper from that paper collection. And the other half of the decoupage napkin. This is the other half of that die cut page, or not die cut, embossed page. And on this one, I glued this down so it is not going to come off. It is from a 49 in Market Rouge kit. I can't remember what the name of the kit is, but it's definitely 49 in Market Rouge. Other half of the stationery, the map, the children's book. And this one has a flap also, so you can do whatever you want to with it. And then the other half of that beautiful rose paper. And that's the end of the first signature. This is some printer paper, so it is definitely not vintage. And this is a sheet of wallpaper. And this one didn't have any writing on it, so I didn't have to cover this up. This is another one of those papers with the beautiful border punch on the edges. Roses. Actually, yeah, these are roses. It's a rose book. This is another part of a 49 in Market kit. And this one is, I want to say it's Spectrum Gardenia. I think that's what it is. And what I did with this one, I left is it the top or the side? I left the side open so that you can fit a photograph in here. And you can fit a photo in that is up to a little bit over 4 inches by a little over 5 inches, because you're going to have a little bit that goes up under these borders here. So you can probably fit a 4x6 photo in there very easily. But like I said, I've got it so that you can just slide it in and go. And it just makes a cute little frame for your picture. These are not glued down, so that picture will go all the way to the back. And this has some buttons on it. This is more of the embossed paper that I used. I made with a doily embossing folder. This is some of that coffee dyed grid paper that I did not make. More of the stationery that is wide enough to fold it in half and make a full page spread. And then we go to this, which is from a paper collection that, again, I cannot remember the name of right now. This is a little booklet I made. It has a Velcro attachment right here. It says Fall in Love. And it's got some sheets of notebook paper in there so that you can take it with you and write down things that you want to remember, or make your grocery list with it, whatever you want to do. More of that rose book. The other half of that beautiful paper. This is a fun little pocket that I made at least a year ago. And I'm looking for something I can stick in it to show you. No, that won't work. Here we go. It's an old card. So this is a pocket. It's made out of book page, and it's got die cuts on it. This is a die cut from Genevieve Designs, and this is a die cut, and I think that's a Tim Holtz wallpaper flower, and then stamped. And this is a sticker also. I think it actually might be 2 stickers that I put together. But anyway, you've got a little bit of storage there. This pocket is made out of book page, so it may not be as secure as some that are made out of cardstock. So keep that in mind. It is doubled over book page, to make it more sturdy, but just keep in mind that it may tear if you put something really thick in there. The other half of that wallpaper and the other half of the coffee paper. That's the end of the second signature. And just so you know, this is where I attached the tassel. There's a ring here and it's got a brad on it. And this is the back side of that brad. So it's not something that's messed up in your journal. It's supposed to be there. It holds the tassel in place. So this is more of the stationery type paper. This is a fun page. Don't remember where I got it. It may be a printable. I don't know. I don't know where I got it, but it was in here, and I love music paper and music stuff. This is a cluster that I have attached as a tuck. So if you have something, you can tuck it right there, and it's going to stay in place. When you close your page, it's not going to go anywhere. More stationery paper, a flower book. This is one of my favorite embellishments to make for journals. I learned this from Margaret at Seven Plaza. These are little stickers. I have used real brads in the past, but this one I wanted to use these stickers and just see how they worked. They look like little Phillips screw heads. This is paper flowers. And inside each of these pockets, you're going to have a tag. And then you've got a tab up here with a number on it. Now, you cannot put anything behind that, but you do have a pocket here. This pocket goes all the way down to the bottom of this page, or to the bottom of the ephemera piece. So this is short, but you could put something much longer in there. Then this one is a short tag too, but this one again goes all the way down to here. And so on and so forth. And I numbered them 1, 2, 3, and 4, just because that seemed like a good thing to do. This is from actual packing paper from an Amazon package. More of this beautiful border punched paper. This is another embossed paper, and it's just coffee dyed paper that I put through the embossing folder. The back side of this, I didn't put anything on this one, so you can do anything you want to with it. More stationery paper. This one is a hidden paper clip. Yes. This is made, I've got a little heart charm, and this is actually a shank button, and you can see back here where it's coming through. And I stamped some designs on it, and you just stick it on a page anywhere you want to, and it just slides right on there, and it hangs out for a pretty little look. More of that music paper. And then the back half, this is the other half of that printable from Spectrum Art Creations. Another sticker, and another envelope that I've decorated. This one I went a little more crazy with. It's more than I usually put on anything, and I've stamped in the background, so that's where you get that grungy kind of look. Those are stamps. And I've just put all kinds of things on here. And envelope's never been used, so if you would like to use it, feel free. And that is the end of this album. And this one I'm going to be calling the A5TN for the Traveler's Notebook binding that it has. Hopefully it will be in my Etsy shop by April 1st of 2025. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like if you did. And if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button and see what else I'm coming up with. Most of my items that I put on video are going into my Etsy store. So if you want to find out what I'm going to be making, or if you want to find out what I'm going to be selling, the video goes up usually a day before the listing on Etsy so that people can get an idea of what it is. All right, have a blessed day. Bye.